everyone. We are coming to the end of Women's Month, but we're doing it the right way. Welcome to the Inner Circle Podcast. I am your host, Charlie, and my best girlfriend, Melanie. Melanie
Hello.
Spice, how are you?
There's two. I feel like so honored to have the name Melanie because there's two Melanies in Spice Girls, Mel C and Mel B. And I'm a hint of both. How are you?
There you go. I'm good. I'm good. I'm doing considerably well considering some of my events that I had today. I'm
Mm.
well. I'm well. I'm well. I'm doing good. Thank you, Jesus. As Melissa Gorgono's storyline will say.
We'll talk about that in the after show.
But oof, where do we begin? What are we like? Listen,
What a week.
as a podcast, we have a lot of material that we could like go through, even things that we have to leave out because Jesus, from the moment we ended last week, which we were discussing for so long ago, to like this week, there's so much to unpack, so much to get into. Started off with the unfortunate news, which I think we found out Friday night. I think going into Saturday, the unfortunate passing of Taylor Hawkins from the Foo Fighters. Where were you when you heard the news?
I was actually in my mom's house in New Jersey, and when I saw it, I was so shocked because he's actually one of my favorite drummers, and also I've loved the Foo Fighters for a long time, and I know he's done a lot of other collaborations with musical artists like Dave Navarro. So I feel for his family. I feel for the bandmates. That's horrible for Dave Grohl. This is like another band member he lost besides Kurt Cobain. So I don't know, and it's just like they were on tour in South
Yeah.
America, and I guess they found him in like a Colombian hotel, like he stayed in Bogota, Colombia.
Mhm.
So that when I heard that, unfortunately, I it sounds really fucked up, but my mind went straight to like cause of death drugs, because
Mhm.
that's unfortunately what happens in that rock and
Yeah.
roll lifestyle. Um, yeah, so condolences to his family. Rest in peace. He was amazing.
Yeah, they found they did find unfortunately it was drug related. They found over 10 substances of drugs in his hotel room.
Wow.
Marijuana, antidepressants, heroin as well. So to mention
What?
some of them allegedly, I mean, yes. But up to 10 substances of drugs, as we know as well, is no lie, or no nothing hidden. Taylor Hawkins has battled his demons with substance abuse in the past. I mean, it's sad to say to link all rockers to drugs, but
Hmm.
you know, check the track record. So yeah, unfortunately, only 50 years old, which is insane.
Crazy.
Did
So
I,
young.
my thing is yeah, that is young. I'm sorry, that's young. In your 40s, when you pass in your 40s, that's to me young. 50s, even 60s when Bob Saget passed not too long ago, 63, I believe. That's young to me. Like that is young. Um, so it's sad. Now I'm not sure if you know. Did that Foo Fighters movie came out? Because they had a movie that it came out already, right?
It
In
came out.
February.
I saw the previews of it
So
when
did
I went to
I.
go see Scream. When we went,
Same.
so it came out. Actually, they've been promoting the
Okay.
movie and doing the tour because it came out with a brand new album. So my heart breaks for them. That's so sad.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
to
it's
bury,
horrible.
like you said, to bury, it's like, yeah, you're burying two different members of your thing. That's a lot. That's a lot. And I'm sure, that's not the only loss Dave Grohl has dealt with in his life, but that's heavy. That could be heavy to the mind, heavy period. So, rest in peace to Taylor Hawkins. Now, this other news of another, not necessarily a um, rock star, but a pop star in the UK, Tom Parker from the Wanted group, one fifth of the member of the Wanted group, also passed away today at the age of 33 from a battle of brain cancer, which as well is also sad to hear someone passing so young with so much still, especially in our age group. When I hear
Yeah,
passings in our age group,
he's my
it's
age.
kind of heavy on the heart. It hits because it's like, wow, that could be me, that could be a friend. You know what I mean? A cousin, a family member, or whoever. So it really hits, like it's kind of makes you think. 33 years old, brain cancer battle. I know that him and his group, The Wanted, late last year, rejoined, regrouped. They released like a new song, and they released the greatest hits. Um, Sad all around. It's kind of like Girls Aloud. I was thinking about them and listening to them the other day. They lost Sarah as
Yeah,
well, and it made me watching the videos of them the other day. I'm like, wow, like they're no longer a whole group. You know what I mean? Will they ever get back together now that they're missing their fifth part? So it's the same thing, the same thoughts with like, the Wanted or any group that has lost a member, you know. But we have the likes of TLC. They lost Left Eye and they have continued on throughout the year, so it's possible.
yeah. I
What do
wouldn't
you?
say that they're. I look at them different. After you lose a member, whether they leave on their own accord or they actually unfortunately pass away, I look at the group differently because that dynamic is not there. And sometimes there are groups like TLC, Left Eye not being there, you could still feel and see the sadness
Mm.
with T-Boz and Chili. So I don't know, but
I
I wish I wish the groups like that the best because
Yeah,
what else are they gonna do?
yeah. I mean, I feel like a group like Foo Fighters is easy to carry on. You just replace the drummer. Like I think it's kind of easy. I think with rock bands it's usually easier, especially if it's not the lead singer. But listen, look at even Queen. It was Queen, right? Adam Lambert. Didn't he start as
Yeah,
their head
he
person? So
yeah, but he's like I forgot what it is, Queen and Friends, something like that. He the same thing with Grateful Dead. Like it's Dead and Company now with John Mayer.
yeah.
Like we spoke with Byron Nick Barbie, but it's not the same.
All right, it's not the same, but we're gonna get into our condolences to the family, um, to of Taylor Hawkins and Tom Parker. But we're gonna get into some circle talk because the tea is piping and it's overflowing. Now, circle friends, if you guys are feeling froggy and want to leap and call us, the number is 646-801-3583, 646-801-3583. We want your take with our next few circle talk you know topics. So definitely give us a call. Also, you guys can comment if you guys are scared of how your voice may sound on the phone. And you guys could call us. I mean, comment in the section if you're scared of what you sound like. And yeah, let's get rolling, Melanie. Let's get into some circle talk. We will get into the slap heard around the world in a few. I know we're eager people, we're eager beavers. But we will get into that in a little bit. Let's first start out with Daddy Yankee, who released his album Legend Daddy. I love a good pun. On Friday, and unbeknownst to me, I didn't know this, but it's his last album. You had to actually tell me that he was planning that he was retired and all that stuff. So, how do we feel about Daddy Yankee retiring, and will it last?
I think he's given us a lot of great hits. And I think that he first started with Los Cangris and he was doing like that hardcore reggaeton. And then it started to maneuver and swindle its way to mainstream, like that whole Pitbull vibe, like corny music
Gasolina.
for, corny music for like the white people and the people that don't know how to dance and they're in like vacation and stuff. So I think this is the perfect time for him to bow out gracefully. Unfortunately, I've been known that he was gonna retire because if you listen to Booker T by Bad Bunny let the cat out the bag and he says, El Cangri is retiring, so I'm next. He didn't say it like that, but
Yeah.
in
Cuando
loose
Yankee said,
terms.
I said retira, yeah, yeah, along those terms, he did say that. He
Right.
pointed that out to me, and I was like, oh yeah, it's true. I mean, he does say that, so yeah, it's a good point out and a good catch. Well, I mean, he definitely did not disappoint. I mean, I've been stuck with two songs in particular that I can't stop listening to. The
Mm.
collab with Raul Alejandro, Agua, and of course the collab with Bad Bunny himself. the next reggaeton king in line. So those are definitely two standout tracks for me. But I don't think it'll last. To be honest, I don't think it'll
We'll
last.
see.
I don't think
Maybe
it'll
he'll do
last.
something later on in life, but he needs to like enjoy himself with Yamile and like his kids and stuff. But right now, take a break.
It's right. We forget that a lot of times people they're working and they're like, oh yeah, they're rich or whatever. But a lot of the times these artists with these riches don't really get to enjoy fully in the present their fruition of what they've worked so hard for. Because that's all they do is work, work, the next album, work, tour, work, collabs, work, this, that. So they don't really get to enjoy the fruits of their labor.
Mhm.
So Daddy Yankee, go enjoy yourself, travel the world, relax, turn off the phone, enjoy your family, live in the present, and you've given us enough to last us for a while. Now, some unfortunate from um, Daddy Yankee to some actor news, some Bruce Willis news that we just got today. Um, Bruce Willis basically bowing out of acting for the time being because he was diagnosed with, and I hope I'm pronouncing it right, aphasia,
Aphasia, I think
of,
that's how it's said too.
and you was basically explaining before the show what aphasia or the complications of aphasia. Basically, he's lost communication. It affects his communication, his speech, which obviously he would need in acting. So yeah, so this comes to a shock.
So it basically affects his cognitive abilities. So speech, reaction, being able to talk, to like move. Also, a lot of people that get that is a disease, I guess, when they are usually affected after getting a stroke or having a brain injury,
Mm,
um, or genetic, I believe. So it's sad that that's going on with him, and he's young. That's the wild part too. He's not old. So I'm surprised that he actually has that.
yeah. Well, our best wishes to Bruce Willis on that part.
He's
Now,
67.
67. Well, he still looks pretty good for his age. He's getting up there, creeping
Well,
into his
70 is a new
seventies.
60.
Yeah, creeping into his seventies. But yeah, we wishing Bruce Willis the best and a speedy recovery, if and well wishes. Now on to Doja Cat. Recently, we've spoken about Doja Cat on our show and how we've grown to like her. I remember when we first started this podcast and we were speaking about Doja Cat. Speaking for myself, I wasn't a big fan, but wow, almost 2 years, what the difference it makes. But not only is Doja Cat another person saying she's retiring from music after some drama that went down, but Remy Ma recently was on a podcast where she basically said she does not consider Doja Cat a rapper. And again, circle friends, if you guys want to join this topic, definitely let us know. But she Remy Ma says she does not consider Doja Cat a rapper. Now, we love the comments. Sometimes we just show up for the number. If anyone wants to call in, that number is 646-801-3583. I see people asking. That's the number. It's scrolling in the ticker. But Doja
That's my
Cat,
friend Julio. Hi, Julio. I'll answer.
Doja
Um,
Cat, go ahead.
so Remy Ma is saying this about Doja Cat. First of
Yes.
all, Remy Ma has a different type of rap like vibe than Doja Cat does, because Doja is like from this younger like generation, and she also sings as well as raps, and she can rap. If you think about it, if you listen to Get Into It, she can rap. Remy Ma can say that's her opinion, and I think she's known for like rapping in ciphers and stuff, but also Remy Ma, when was the last time you came out with an album and like were on the charts and it wasn't like on the back of Fat Joe or Terror Squad? Like,
Not the back.
girl, bye.
Well, it made me listen. I love a good comment section and stuff, so it made me go through the comments, and I was checking out the comments and stuff. And some people brought up a good point. Is it safe to say then that Lauryn Hill isn't a rapper? Because Lauryn Hill did a lot of singing as well. So it made me go back and listen to like Lauryn Hill tracks as well as Doja Cat. And they're both kind of the same, where they sing in songs and then they have their verse where they spit their shit. And
Mind
they're
you,
good.
was Remy Ma in that list, the top 12 female rappers of all time? I don't think she was on that list.
I don't think we said Remy Ma.
Exactly. So, okay, girl, say what you will. I at first I didn't like Doja Cat because of her personality and how weird she was and the things she would do.
And her
But you got to
history.
give credit. You got to give credit when credit is due. And musically, she is great. Like, she's a good artist,
Yeah.
performer, not so much, but artist. She's a good artist. So, yeah, Remy, like, I could say if Nicki Minaj said that about her, then I would be like, okay, because you guys have two
Nicki
different
Minaj
like
worked with
styles.
Doja.
Exactly, and she even paid credit, like gave credit to Nicki Minaj in her song in her album. So
Yeah.
yeah, next,
Um. Yeah. So
don't
we'll
make me
see
smack her.
what are your thoughts, people? Let us know in the comments. Let us know, you know, in the sections. What are your thoughts on this and Doja Cat? Do you guys consider Doja Cat a rapper? Now, let's get into this. Let's get into something what we've been waiting to talk about. Ooh, it is the slap heard around the world. Um, literally.
Before anyone calls, we need to say our bit and like what we feel about it, and then we can, you know, open
Let's
the lines.
open up the lines. Yeah, you sent me this. I woke up Monday from going to sleep early Sunday
Mm,
to you
I
sending me
was on
this.
it. I was on it.
And I was like, I was trying to like gather my eyes opening, you know what I mean? Like, you know, wake up. I'm like, wait a minute. It really look. I'm like, is this for real? Because first of all, it looks so close to that Batman and Robin meme. It looks like they like imitated and duplicated that for like shock value. I was like, is this really for real? It's for real. Um, I don't know, bro. I'll let you go on and like, what are your thoughts? You seen it when it happened? Like, get into it because there's so much that I like to unpack about this.
I have so many conflicted feelings about this because at first I was like, wow, they diversified the Oscars and
Mhm.
there are two black men making asses out of themselves. Chris Rock was wrong in the joke, but to be honest with you, I don't think that joke was that bad. Granted, she has a medical condition, but she chose to shave her head. I don't know what type of alopecia she has. There are different types of alopecia. And this is, I'm going to school everyone today. Alopecia areata, which is like the type of alopecia where your hair falls out due to stress or due to like tension of having hair extensions, wigs, or like tightening your hair too much. You'll have bald spots and you can get that treated, or sometimes you'll just keep it. Or there's alopecia that's, I forgot the name, the specific name of it, but there's a type of alopecia where you lose completely all your hair, even your lashes, like you look like a mall rat. There's a famous Dominican basketball player, Charlie Villanueva. He has that type of alopecia. Jada Pinkett Smith doesn't have that type of alopecia. She looks like she has alopecia areata. I've had that before. Luckily, I took care of that and I don't have it, but I know what it's like to live with that and I know what it's like to feel self-conscious and insecure. Now, here comes the cops because I'm about to smack somebody. No, I'm kidding. I feel like Will Smith was trying to like portray an image that he shouldn't have portrayed. And I think that he got ahead of himself by going up there and making an ass out of himself by doing that. If the tables were turned, do you think if a female comedian like Tiffany Haddish, which she has a very vulgar mouth, she said something about Will Smith and Will Smith didn't like it, do you think Jada Pinkett Smith will get up there and smack her? No. So I just think that that was I thought it was uncalled for, and it made him look bad. And I felt bad for Questlove, who won the award, and like all the attention was not even on him during the acceptance speech. And
Yeah.
my first reaction after it happened was basically to go check like Twitter and see what did other comedians feel about that. So there's two comedians that I wanted to check. Jeffrey Ross, who's a very popular comedian and who actually has alopecia. That's not it, it's another one. That's that one. So he said he worships Chris Rock. He cried when he saw Will Smith attack him because he was watching his idol live out a comedian's worst nightmare on live television. Chris Rock should get a Nobel Peace Prize for keeping his hands down and not escalating the situation. If Jada wasn't feeling the jokes, Will Smith should have just put his arm around her and let Chris Rock finish, which I agree. And he
Love
also
that.
advised that he has alopecia and it sucks. So making when people make jokes, I laugh because it's life. Also, this is not a joke. That's not like this. The G.I. Jane joke has been said about Demi
Right.
Moore.
So many times, yeah.
Hello, to this day, people still talk about Britney Spears shaving her head, but where do you guys give her the mercy and like
Mhm.
alleviate the jokes? So that's why I feel like it was bullshit. Another person that said another comedian that has something to say was Kathy Griffin, and she said, "Let me tell you something. It's a very bad practice to walk up on stage and physically assault a comedian. Now we all have to worry about who wants to be the next Will Smith in comedy clubs and theaters." I also was thinking
Very true.
if it wasn't Chris Rock that was up there and made that joke, if it was Marlon Wayans or even Dave Chappelle, would Will Smith have the same energy and go up there and smack him? How many jokes did 50 Cent make about Jada? Will Smith didn't say shit. So it's like practice that same energy on everyone.
I think some of the comments we're reading, that I'm reading is that Jada has put Will Smith through a lot of shit throughout the years. I
Yep.
thought about that too.
August.
I felt ooh, and I
If it was a joke about August
I wish we
Alsina,
had the charade voice on here.
if it was a joke about August Alsina and her, or like if he referenced the entanglement, then yes, that is uncalled for, especially in the Oscars. But
Yeah,
it was,
listen. I feel this is pent up shit that Will Smith has been carrying. He got clowned. Like some people are saying, it's been for years, but I think he also got clowned the last 2 years specifically
mhm.
because of the whole entanglement thing and August Alsina and all that stuff. And it's just pent up shit. It's pent up shit that and let's go way back. Will Smith has been clowned from when we were younger for being a soft ass rapper, for being corny. It goes back to rap battles when we were teenagers. Eminem clowning him, a lot of other
Yeah.
rappers. He got clowned a lot. Will Smith has, I feel has dealt with a lot that I think it was
Mhm.
like a slow pressure cooker that just boom. But it was unexpected because he has carried himself for years. You would have thought he would have popped off like still when he was in his 30s, like you know what I mean? Like
He should
you
have
know what?
pulled, what's his name? The one from that movie with not Seth Rogen. What's the other like stoner guy that he's Jewish? Tell me in the comments, Joey. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. That he has that meme where he's like, "Yo, cut it out." He should have done that, or actually, like, at least like given a thumbs down and said "boo." But I feel the joke actually it kind of helped out Jada. Isn't Jada Pinkett Smith an actress? Like, if there was a new GI Jane movie part two, like she could do it. And now
Right.
there's other people that are getting. Now there's a trend now of shaving your head. After this happened, there are some females like artists shaving their heads and they're like, "Oh, you look great."
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like
Remember Kendall from the Road Rules? Road Rules, Kendall Shepard. She just
yeah.
posted after, and she looks beautiful. Like it's crazy how like we put so much weight on hair, especially I feel like women, but like then you see some women bald and beautiful. It's like wow, you're like it's just beautiful. Like some women are beautiful bald. Some, but um, it's just I feel this has been building for Will Smith for a long time, and
I don't agree. I
I,
think that's bullshit. It's
but
not a
I
build up. Build up for what? Your family has put their business out there more times than none. He put out there that he was obsessed with sex and that he wanted to have like multiple partners. He said he wanted a
Will Smith, yeah,
concubine. Yeah,
Will
so
Smith,
like
right? Yeah, well,
he
Libra.
said a bunch of bullshit. He's a Libra. Yuck.
Mhm.
He he's
No,
he's he has put himself out there, his family, with the red table talk. Like, yes,
yeah,
that's
they
great
have,
that you
yeah.
guys want to do that, but you put your business out there and expect people not to come for you. I'm sure if Chris Rock made a joke about Kim Kardashian, I think Kim Kardashian would suck it up, honestly.
Well, Jay says that back in 2016, and I seen this clip as well. Chris Rock also made a joke about Jada at the Oscars. I think the last time he hosted the Oscars, and basically along the lines of, she was boycotting. This is when the celebrities was trying to make a difference in the Oscars because it was the Oscars so white. Um,
Yeah.
and Jada basically was one of the people that came out and supported Will not going and saying that they were going to boycott the Oscars as well. And Chris Rock made a joke basically saying like, "Oh, well, you were Jada, well, you weren't invited anyways, blah blah blah." So some people are also
I
referencing
mean,
that
she
that's
hasn't
from
been in a
back
movie.
there, that's from again that he had it coming from that. But even that back then, it's not. I feel like it's like you said, it's not enough. Um, Listen, do
Well,
I
I
love?
wanna say something real quick of what Gene just commented. He said, I think the thing is so that women of color find strength in their hair, especially black women. I think people forget that Chris Rock made a great documentary called Good Hair, where he goes into detail about the process of black women and Hispanic women or whoever, the shit that they have to deal with having ethnic hair and different type of hair. So this is not a surprise to Chris Rock. Like, he's not whitewashed. He's not an idiot. He's not pretending to be something he's
Yeah,
not.
he's not.
He's
Yeah.
he's from Brooklyn. He knows his shit. Like, he had the show Everybody Hates Chris. Like, he knows. It's not
He lives
he I don't
modest
think
too.
he
He lives
did it out
away
of
from Hollywood.
malice.
He lives in
Yeah.
Jersey.
He didn't do it out of malice, I feel. And
No.
I just think that they did it for attention. And her response now, I think she posted something about finding healing. Like,
Yeah, there's a season of
you caused
healing.
the ruckus. You caused the ruckus. Will
Well, we
Smith
can say that
commented.
she caused it though. Like it was Will Smith's actions. He made a joke. Chris Rock made a joke. I don't want to put it on her either. Like, yes, she's
No,
whatever
I'm not
goes
putting it
behind
on
her clothes.
her. I'm not putting it on her, but I'm saying Will Smith caused the ruckus, and his commentary after the show, like during the after party, whether he was drunk or not, he's like, that's what happens when you invite people from Baltimore and Philly. Don't put people of from Baltimore and Philly like in that realm, because that's not who they are. Like, that's not fair.
Do you think his Oscar should be taken back?
I don't think it should be taken back. I think he did a great job for King Richard. I just think that now I think that apparently the Academy like asked him to leave and he refused.
I read that today
I was
too.
just reading
I'm glad
that.
that we took a because listen, when this first break broke out, I wanted to do like an emergency podcast and talk about this, but I'm glad we waited and let things continue to come out and marinate. Because yeah, today came out that it's still under review. They asked him supposedly to leave and he wouldn't leave. 29% of our circle friends voted on our Instagram page that they should take his award. Well, 71% said keep it. It was his to begin with. I
Keep it.
think
He
it
did
should
a
be
great
his.
job. It's
Yeah.
just not that serious. And I think someone in the comments said alopecia areata isn't a big deal. Patient is never in critical condition. That's true. It's not a big deal, but I know emotionally it affects a lot of women or men. But the way that it was kind of orchestrated made it seem like she had something bigger. Like, you would think that she was a cancer patient going through chemo.
Yeah.
That's the perception it gave, and it's like that's not it.
Yeah.
There's a tweet that I read earlier, and it just reminded me, and this is why I posted the other day on my story for whoever follows me that's special enough. I said that comedians nowadays, like, you have to be careful what you say, and it sucks because people are sensitive. But someone said, how does a generation that grew up laughing at comedians that made fun of Whitney Houston's drug problem, Michael Jackson's vitiligo with his skin disease, and R. Kelly's sex tapes try to argue that alopecia is off limits?
Yeah. Listen, I see your story, and even that clip, and you yourself brought me back when we used to love award shows. Now they suck nowadays.
VMAs.
That's why I didn't watch the Oscars. I never really watched the Oscars. But back when we used to watch the VMAs, you know what I mean? Or other award shows, but especially the VMAs. And the VMAs, we grew up with the likes. I grew up. Like, my first VMAs I remember, because it was Britney's first year. I remember VMAs prior to that, but Chris Rock hosted the 1999 VMAs. And he came after, I remember him coming after J-Lo, Diddy, Macy Gray, Britney Spears, and
Kid
the
Rock.
boy bands. He came out. Eminem, I believe he roasted mad people. Where to the point where in 2000 the Wayans brothers parodied his freaking roast on celebrities and him getting his ass kicked. I wonder if that was foreshadowing. But
that just shows you that he is up there. Like, put some respect on his name.
Listen, it's comedy, and Kathy Griffin hit it. Like, I love comedy, and we were talking with Byronique about it, right, Melody? We were talking about comedians that I love that go there, that are offensive, and that have you clutching your damn pearls. But you know what? We need humor as well. As fucked up as this world is, we need to laugh, even if it's some true tea shit that, like, the comedian is saying. It's life. You know what I mean? Like, as long as the comedian is not being offensive, which we've seen in the past. Remember that comedian from Seinfeld that used the N-word? This was years ago, before cancel culture was big, but he still kind of got in trouble. This is before cancel culture was big. Kramer, yeah. So, we started seeing, as the years have progressed, I guess we're getting softer as a society. And we're getting so offensive at things, but, like, now we're gonna be afraid to laugh and crack a joke. Even us on a podcast, like, I do not want to be afraid of, like, what I say or don't, because who I'm gonna offend. Like, it's getting a little crazy, and I do think I love a man defending his woman.
There's a time,
but that wasn't. There's a time and place. Yeah, I don't think that was called for. And again, Will Smith, you took away from you won an Oscar, and instead of someone, us to this day talking about a black man winning an Oscar, we're talking about the slap heard around the world. So it's like, it has taken away from such a big moment for him.
And I'm not about violence unless I need to be, but, like, really, a slap, a bitch slap at that. Like, that was super corny. That was
who did it better, Batman or
Batman did it better, because that one, it was like placata. It was not all that. I do want to end it with this. I do want to give flowers to Chris Rock, because I feel like Chris Rock was a class act in the way he handled the situation. You could tell he was distraught when he was doing the nominations, but also Wendy Sykes went on Ellen. And she said that Wanda Sykes. I don't know why I said Wendy. What is wrong with me? Wanda Sykes went on the Ellen show, and she said that she received an apology from Chris Rock after the whole incident. And she said that he apologized because he felt bad. It took away from all that she did, being that she was one of the hosts.
Yeah, she was.
Along with Amy Schumer and I forgot the other one. Oh my God. I forgot the other one.
I didn't watch it.
He said he felt bad because people will walk away only recalling a slap and not the great parts of the show. I think that was really classy of him to do that. He didn't need to apologize, because if anything, he's the one owed an apology. But at the end of the day, you just have to be the bigger person. I tried to get some tickets for his show. He has a show in Madison Square Garden. No, it's not sold out yet, but Madison Square Garden, Barclays, and Radio City.
All
$400. Yeah, $400.
Yeah, Radio, Madison, and Barclays. Come on, New York tour.
Yeah, the cheapest ticket is like $400.
Whee! Catch it on YouTube. Well, listen, I mean, Jay said the same thing. Like, I did see Chris ball up his first initially. Um, I did
Oh
feel
yeah.
bad because like the way at first when you sent this to me and I watched it a few times and then I had to like do my research to see if it was real. Um, you do see Chris like as he tried to carry on like I feel bad, and then I have to laugh because he was startled. He was like,
He
You
was,
know when someone
yeah.
shook? He was shook. Chris Rock
So
was
a
shook.
video
You could
just
tell.
came out. A video just came out of him like after he got slapped and after Questlove won. You see him in the background and he just looks so sad and embarrassed. It's really sad. I'll send it to you, but
And what it does for a
whatever.
man, you know what? This is a God. This is a Bible example of Chris Rock turning the other cheek, because he could have thrown down. He could have fought back. But then what would it have looked like when we're trying to diversify the Oscars? Oh, look at these two black men. Of course, look at them. This is why they're not invited. This is why they're blah 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 blah. We gotta give
Mm-hmm.
you know, the unsalted people reasons to talk and say and talk their shit and say what they want to say about us colored folks. I'm proud of Chris Rock. As much as I'm torn with this whole thing. I don't think it was enough. Do I love a man defending his woman? Yes. I defend my partners to a fault sometimes in the past, whatever. Friends, like
Mm-hmm.
I'm a loyal person to a fault. So like, do I love to see that? Yes. But was it good enough reason? And in that major platform, I'm a little
No.
disappointed, and I feel bad for Chris Rock. It wasn't that deep of a joke either. But hats, like you said, flowers and hats off to Chris Rock for carrying on like a true professional. But how do you feel that felt as a black man for him to get bitch slapped across, like being seen and knowing that's gonna go viral, but having to restrain yourself and not do nothing? Like I'm sure that's a lot for him too, because just like
That took
there's
a
some
lot,
people
yeah.
we're clapping and giving him roses, like yo he did great, but there's a lot of other people that I'm sure are clowning him for not popping back off.
Yeah, well, of course. And there's a lot of memes out there like Will Smith, Tupac would have shot him up or like other things like that. But I think with Will Smith, I do feel bad for him also because you literally got out of character. I don't know if you were pressured. I don't know if it was the last straw of whatever the fuck incidents happened in the past, or you just decided to like make a stand, make a change, and change your whole persona. Because up until this point, he's always been squeaky clean in everything he's ever done. Even his personal life, yeah, there were like weird. I've always felt that the Smith family was weird. That's just my personal
Listen, for
opinion.
years
They're very weird.
I've heard stories for years, but that's for
Swingers,
another
like
day. Scientology,
let's
trying, yeah,
let's not talk about that before we get shut down.
the way
But
the way they raise their kids so freely,
in the
you know.
in the emotions that he went through in a matter of minutes, like that was shocking to me. He
Chris,
laughed, then
yeah.
got mad, then cried. It was too fucking much. Like homeboy needs to like
Well, shout outs.
express
Today is
himself.
Bipolar Awareness Day, and that's no shade. I mean, we're real people. We are advocates for mental health, but you never know. And they do say I was watching a special today. Well, I was at the doctor's myself. Um,
So
about
someone BSP, they're basically they're making a comment. Black people have struggled to get out of their unjust stereotypes placed on them, but Will Smith's actions is justifying that stereotype. So that is a comment. That is something that actually was said by I think Fox News. That's the narrative that they're trying to portray. They're like, oh, we try to diversify the award show, and this is what happens after.
yeah.
So I don't want to say that it was like, I don't want to put it on race, but I also feel it did make two brothers look bad. But at the end of the day,
Not, I don't want to say two brothers. More Will Smith than anything. I
yeah.
don't think Chris Rock is looking bad. Chris to add to the comments from our people watching live. Chris adds, I don't think Chris was shook. He was just mad confused. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because apparently they were friends. I don't know.
all around.
Shit, you would have thought that Chris was the one in the entanglement. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christmas.
Will Smith seen August Alsina up there. That's all he's seen.
Mm-mm-mm.
But we'll keep you guys posted with the latest on this. Whether they snatch Will Smith's academy back. He did apologize. Let's just put out there. But listen, real quick before we move on, because this is where I'm torn too. I have to add this, which I just looked at over at my notes. A lot of other people have done fucked up shit in the past. I know there's a video that came out in the early 90s, Arsenio Hall, when Will Smith was on an Arsenio Hall show, that Will Smith was making fun of bald people over 20 years ago. Listen, things change, people change. What? People change. I'm not the same person I was when I was in my early 20s. When I was in my early 20s, I was a little prick. You know what I mean? Like, and that's because of, you know, maybe shit that I went through in high school and elementary school, whatever. Not high school, middle school and elementary, where I became more of a little prick in my early 20s. Like, nope, I'm not going to be the bully E. I'm going to fuck with you. I'm going to be the one 2 steps ahead. But I've changed. I was never me. You know what I mean? Sometimes you do things or act certain ways because of certain things. But people do change. So just because 20 years ago, Will Smith made a joke about bald-headed whatever, doesn't mean he can't take a stand now for whatever it is. That also being said, people have done mistakes. Look at Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson was sitting pretty. I seen him in that award show. But let's go back to like when I was in high school, when he went on a tirade. When he went on a tirade, exactly, talk about sugar tits and anti-Semitic tirades against Jewish people, and this was all over. I remember this was even on CNN, but we still Mel Gibson's, on Salt itself, still sitting at the Oscars. So let's also give some grace. Will Smith fucked up, but are we gonna go ahead and cancel because of a fuck up? Meanwhile, we have an unsalted cracker out here, making tirades and anti-Semitic Jew jokes and things against women, calling women sugar tits, and come on now. So just keep that in mind, people, because I have, like, when all this is going out and then they pan to the audience and I see the likes of Mel Gibson still being invited, if he could be forgiven, the likes of the Will Smiths could be forgiven. But let's move on to some fashion. Some lightheartedness. Our version of Keep It or Shred It Oscar edition. Are we ready? We want you guys at home to join us. Let us know if you will keep it or shred it. You ready for some looks, darling? Miss Fashion Girl?
Born ready.
All right, let's start out with my girl. She was a whole mood. A whole mood. My fellow Pisces sister, Lupita. I'm not going to say her last name because I don't want to butcher it.
Yeah. Lupita Longo.
Lupita, this look, are we going to keep it or shred it? I don't know what she is exactly wearing. I know what some of these celebs are wearing. I don't know exactly what she's wearing. But
I'll tell you right now.
Keep it or shred it?
I would shred it because it gives me very Christmas-y vibes.
Really?
Yeah. The gold like that. I like it.
I don't know. I would say keep it. It's not that bad. And I just love the face. I love her face.
She was wearing Prada.
Prada. All right. So we have Melanie with Shred It. I'm saying let's keep it. Let's move on to Nicole Kidman, as I like to call her, the face of Botox. Allegedly.
Shred that shit twice.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like the pepper.
That puffy, right? The middle part.
It's like she's hiding a pregnancy thing.
I like the color. But you're right. That little cloud. It reminds me of a cloud around her waist. But I like the color, but not enough. I would say shred it. As well. Moving on to Zendaya.
I love it. It was giving me Sharon Stone vibes. Like it was on a march to Sharon Stone when she won, I think, an Oscar. I'm trying to see. I wish I knew what she was wearing.
I think I seen this look on Zendaya, like the whole look.
She's wearing Valentino haute couture.
I seen the whole look in video, and In video, I liked it, but just looking at this picture, just the top, I would have said shredded. I don't know. There's something about the. I don't know. For me, it's a shredded.
I like it.
For me, it's
No,
a shredded. I don't know.
she's 5'10". She has a very particular body shape and frame and stuff, and like that silhouette looks great on her.
Like a living room curtain. Nicole Kidman looks like a living room curtain. I'm assuming that's what the
Mm-hmm.
comment is. And then we have Gene saying Zendaya is overrated though. Ooh. Ooh. Next, moving on to Janae Monet, giving us some metallic
Jan-
medieval
Janelle Monet.
Janelle Monet, yeah. Janelle Monet.
I like it. Keep it. It's very like futuresque.
I like it too. I say keep it. I think it's extra and dramatic, but hey, we are at the Oscars, right? We are at the movies. So yeah, keep it. I like this one too. We agree. Moving on to our next. Who is this? Renee
Zellweger.
Zellweger. Keep it or shred it. I like it. I would say keep it. It's
Keep it. It's classic.
It's elegant, classy.
Jinx.
I like the one sleeve. And her face looks back to normal.
Yeah, it does. Because before, child.
But I say keep it now. Let's do some sister action, and I had to include them, especially since Will Smith may have tarnished the work that they did portraying their father. Serena and Venus Williams.
I like Serena's. Venus is very reminiscent of something someone else wore, but I think it's cute. I like Serena's more.
It's funny. I like Venus's more. I like the
Of
little
course, you
cleavage
like to have
thing.
your titties out.
Yep. Sam and Dean. Yeah, I like that. The fact that she's sewing some some girls for her. I just love the cut of the dress where it sits, not too much, white. Serena, it's not bad. It's just
She matches with the carpet.
it's more where I think Venus is just white, simple, but still giving.
By the way, Nicole Kidman was wearing a cloud. I mean, she was wearing Armani Privé.
Okay, Armani. And then what are Serena and Venus wearing? For me, Venus is a keep. Well, Serena, I don't want to say a shred, but for me, it's gonna be a shred.
I can't even see what the hell she's wearing. Next.
All right, now let's get into the fellas. We have Andrew Garfield wearing Saint Laurent.
I think keep it. He's cute, and I like the color of the.
I like it. For
Blazer.
guys to like stick out and not just seem basic, like guys really have to go above and beyond. I feel like with and then what's going too above. You know what I mean? Because then we have the likes of the Little Nas's sometimes, or the Billy
Lord.
Porters that go way extra. Where it's like, oh lordy, like you said, oh Lord. Moving on to the next one. So Andrew Garfield is a keep it for both of us. Josh Brolin wearing
Etro.
yeah. Listen,
Classic.
classic, right? And he's up
Mhm.
there. He's still giving daddy vibes. Good-looking granddaddy. I'm assuming he's a granddaddy by this point, maybe, but the granddaddy can still get it. I very classy. I say keep it. I like this one. I like this one a lot. And I love a set. God, I pray that I age well, because Jesus, I look at some older dudes and I'm like, yes. This one, your vision's better than mine, Melanie.
Daniel Kaluuya and Gucci.
Shred it. First of all, I feel like it doesn't fit that Pepto Bismol, whatever top doesn't go for me. And if you look at
Pepto Bismol is pink. This is
I don't care.
mint.
It's still giving me it's giving me Mito, whatever it is. It's giving me something that's that color. And not only that, but you could tell that he should have been hitting the gym a little more if you're gonna wear something like that, because you could tell where it kind of like poofs out. So wear something that's more fitting and that's flattering versus unflattering, and that's what it's giving me. It's a big shredder for me.
It gives me mint chocolate chip. Oh, Jean said the same thing.
Jean said it, Jinx. Look at you guys.
Yeah, shred it.
Definitely a big shred. And now, last but not least, we have
Simu
Simu
Louis.
Liu.
He was in the Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings movie. I love that movie. In Versace, keep it. I love it.
Oh, I love it too. Keep it. I love like it's a definitely keep it for me. That red is one of my favorite colors. It looks beautiful on him.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's hard for guys to really come to these award shows or anywhere and really stand out and give you like, I'm here, best dressed, because a lot of suits could look so the same, but this is one of those suits that definitely pop out, stand out, and but still looks good. It looks good. So definitely a big keep it.
My
There you go.
favorite person that you didn't have actually was Megan Thee Stallion. She looked really nice.
She was there.
Yeah, I don't know why, but she was there. And Jessica Chastain, she won an award for The Eyes of Tammy Faye. She looks beautiful.
Oh, yeah. I know you wanted to see that movie. You was talking about that movie for a while, Jessica
I saw
Chastain.
it. It was
Nice.
good.
Um. So there you go. I'll keep it a shredder. But now let's end it with some gratitude. That was actually wow. That flew by really quick. We had a lot to say today. First of all, real quick before we get into our let's end it with gratitude. Tomorrow, is it safe to announce that where you will be tomorrow?
Where am I going to be tomorrow?
Are you not making a special appearance? Can we talk about it?
Oh,
Can we
yes.
say it?
I mean, I don't
Lord.
know. Oh, yeah, sure.
Well, Melanie's gonna be. Make sure to check out Melanie tomorrow on our good friends podcast, We Family Son. They are closing out their Women's Month, featuring
With the
one of
best
their
woman
best women.
alive.
Exactly, one of the best women on their show. So make sure to check We Family Son at 9 o'clock on their YouTube and Facebook. We love them. They're friends of the show. So definitely peep
It's
them
an
out.
honor.
And definitely check out our girl Melanie tomorrow on We Family Son live 9 p.m. Eastern on their YouTube and Facebook. Make sure you're subscribed to them so you don't miss a thing. And let's end it with gratitude. Why don't we? It's Women's Month, so you go first.
I am grateful for what was I grateful for last time? I was grateful for having the guest that came on. I don't even know what I'm grateful for. I'm just grateful for living life. I'm grateful for actually our podcast coming up on its 100th episode soon, and us having the tenacity and consistency and determination to keep it going, and motivation, and having the content to keep it going and keep it spicy. So yeah, that's what I'm grateful for. What are you grateful for?
Me, I'm grateful for, and it's been a while in the making that I wanted to thank and give gratitude to teachers. But even yesterday, after talking to my fellow coworker, I definitely am very grateful. I know a few weeks ago I gave thanks, gratitude to my first grade teacher, Mrs. Camacho. But overall, I want to give gratitude towards teachers in general. I feel like teachers should be up there when it comes to pay with doctors and lawyers. I'm sorry, I definitely
Mm-hmm.
agree. Teachers are one of the most underpaid, one of the most underpaid and undervalued careers, to be honest. And yet, teachers do so much and give so much, and we're the ones educated to build these people to go to college, etc., and do their thing. But not only that, teachers I've seen with my own eyes, I experienced it myself, are putting out their own money for supplies in schools out of their own pocket already on a teacher salary for, schools and areas that don't supply enough money. So my hat's off to teachers. Thank your teachers. Thank your children's teachers out there. Give them chocolate sometimes. Take them something, a little Dunkin' Donuts gift card. It goes a long way. We definitely appreciate it. So my gratitude and hats off to teachers all around the world. You guys rock, and we deserve way more money.
You
So
know, I wanted to be a teacher. That's funny.
So
maybe in time.
so thank you guys so much. Listen, if you guys want to catch us, or, feel a little nice towards us, our Cash App, our Venmo, y'all like what y'all see, the inner circle, it's right in your ticker. $1, $2, whatever, it goes a long way. We definitely appreciate you guys. Everything we do to put back into the show, and you guys with giveaways and everything. Also, if you guys can't help monetary wise, we definitely get it. It's some hard times out there post COVID, but we will appreciate simple things such as liking, following, subscribing to our YouTube. We have exclusive content. We just uploaded our women's top 10, both Melanie's and I, our whole top 10. We uploaded exclusively to YouTube. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to follow us on Spotify, Apple, iHeart, all those good places. We are out. Check out Melanie tomorrow on We Family Son. We love you guys. We end you Women's Month, but we love women forever. Girl power.
Power. Yes.
Adios.
Bye.